All right, y'all, here we go. Demonstration time for another customer. This one is for Jughead. He decided that he wanted to upgrade to a 4-pill 2879C. He's got a Cobra 29 that's been done up. I don't remember the name of the shop that did it for him, but I believe they've put a amplifier board in it. I think he said it's doing 15 watts. Dead key, swinging 100. So the goal here today is going to be try to kind of simulate what he's going to be putting into the amp with what we've got to work with here. I've got a Texas Star modulator. You guys have seen me use it before. Good, faithful Uniden 66 bench radio. And he says that his radio is dead key in about 15 watts and swinging about 100. So we're going to try to simulate that. I may not be able to get the Texas Star down that low. I'm not sure. And then we'll run it wide open and see what it does. But for the purpose of the video, first thing we're going to do is dial the Texas Star back. I'm going to try to do this with, see if I can do this with two hands. I guess I'll have to because I don't have any more. So we're just going to key our radio up, key the Texas Star. That's almost 15 watt dead key. I'm actually going to back the variable down so we don't swing as much. Variable's at 3 o'clock. Okay. Sorry if this thing's shaking. We're trying to do it with two hands here. There's about a 15 watt dead key. 50 watt slug. Middle scale. That's pretty close to 15 watts. And now we've got our, let me zoom the camera back out here. We've got our Texas Star at 3 o'clock, so we have choked the power back a bit because if you remember, this thing does like 140 watts peak. We're going to choke it back a little bit. Let's see what it does average. Audio test 1, 2, test 1, 2, test 1. Audio and over 40. But hello radio 1, 2, 3 audio, just talking 30, 35 to 40 average. Now it's going to do more than that peak. Let's not kid ourselves. But we've got that dead key at 15 watts, and that's where we wanted it. So just for reference, let's see what our little Texas Star is doing on peak. 1,000 watt slug. Audio, 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 audio. Still doing, 100 and some change, but we do have it choked back a little bit. Okay, so that being said, what we're going to do now is turn the 4-pill on. And we've got our little clamp meter over here to show you the draw too. And we'll end up showing that with the Texas Star choked back, and then we'll show it with the Texas Star wide open here at the end. 4-pill 2879C. We are undervolting it, 14.5 volts. These will take 15 plus, 15.5 easily. They don't even take off in power until 15 volts. So undervolting it, we got a 100 amp power supply here. Radio, 4-pill, and Texas Star all running on one supply. 15 watt dead key, 100 something peak, 40 watts average or so. That's what we're starting out with. So that being said, let's key it up and see what we got. 1,000 watt slug, average power, about a 200 watt dead key. Test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. Audio. Audio and over 300 average, talking about the same. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Audio. Test radio, test radio, test radio, test radio. Clamp meter. Audio, 55 amps. Test radio, test radio, test radio. 300 watts average or so. Now again, that's with the Texas Star choke back. We're putting 40 watts average in. This thing will take 60 to 70 watts average, maybe more than that. 200 watts peak, 70 watts average or so is the max I recommend. But there's folks out there driving 250 watts peak into these, especially at 14.5 volts. Undervolting it, so it'll be a little more forgiving on drive. Okay, so now we're on peak power. 1,000 watt slug still, middle scale, or bottom scale rather. Sorry about that. Test audio, test audio, test audio, test audio. Almost 900. And if we just want to audio, see that 900 mark. Test, test, 1, 2, 3, test, test, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, test, 1, 2, 3. 900 watts peak, relatively easy there. And that's with about what he's going to be running at. His peak is going to be a little bit less going in. This thing's swinging 100 and some change. His radio's supposed to swing 100. But dead key wise, that 200 watt dead key, that's kind of the max that I would want to key out of this amp. There's people that are keying 250 and so out of these, but 200 watts is the max that I would want to dead key out of this 4-pill. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to turn this guy wide open. You think, well, it's probably not going to make much of a difference, but I fully expect to see the average power come up, peak power probably come up just a little bit. Then what we got to do is turn our dead key down on the radio here, because we've turned that variable up, so our dead key's inevitably going to come up some. Let's turn this all the way down, start from 0 and work our way up. Okay. There we go, we're keying the amp now. A 180 watt dead key. First, let's check the amp draw, see how much it's changed since we're running the Texas Star wide open. We were drawing 55 amps before. Audio, 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 audio. Trying to keep this dead key close. 200 watt dead key. Audio, 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 1. So getting up over 60, depending on the voice peaks there, 64 amps or so was the highest I saw, but definitely over 60. So we're drawing a little bit more amperage. Let's go back over here to our slug. We're now wide open. Audio, audio, almost 400 average on audio. Just talking into it normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whisper into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Audio. Get that just right audio, hitting 400 average, but talking 300, 350 all day long. All day long. Audio not falling off a bit. There it is, guys. Jughead, I think you're getting a good one, buddy. This is a Fat Boy. I told him I'd give him a little bit of a discount because they forgot to etch the name in the front of it here. But doesn't say Fat Boy on the outside, but Fat Boy all the way through on the inside for sure. Really good 4-pill 2879C. We're hitting this thing with minimal power. 140 watts peak. 50, 60 average probably. Let's check the peak too. Almost forgot. Peak power wide open, peak power wide open, peak power wide open. 1, 2, 3, audio test, audio. So a smidge past 900 on the peak. And that's with a 1-pill hitting it. Put a 2-pill into it, it'll come alive. If you ever run it on 15 volts, you'll really see it come alive. But there it is, man. 4-pill 2879C. just cruising a one pill into it. Hope you guys enjoy. Rooster in Tennessee. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Y'all take care. See you, bye.